Hi, everyone. This is Eric Anderson, host of the YXC Underground podcast, with a special bonus episode focusing on one of my favorite nights of the year, and that is Nuit Blanche. And I'm with someone who knows everything about this year's Nuit Blanche. Would you care to introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Xiao. I am an artist and curator, settled in Saskatoon since 2013 and stay here since then. We are at the Nasser Plaza, which is the most essential location for Nuit Blanche in the previous year, also including this year. It is one of those beautiful landscapes that you won't want to miss, and also we will have art installation that glowing in the night, and people like to hang out here. There will be benches, there will be gazebo. There are also some stores that people can consume coffee, candies, for the night. So this is one of my favorite location too, because you can see the river view, you see the bridge, and also later you will see the Remy Modern, the fantastic building. Nice.
Yeah. Can I just say that was an amazing description and much better than how I could have described it. But you're so right, because there's so much to see, and then you have the river too. Like, is it exciting? We're meeting on a Saturday morning, but is it exciting to think, like, in 7 days it's going to be dark and there's going to be art everywhere and people everywhere? Is that exciting for you?
Oh yeah, that's totally my goal for this year. We have art around this area, including performance, installations, interactive, and also sound. People in this area will be able to see this river with the night landscape and with art around them.
Yeah. How do you go about choosing the locations? Because I remember coming, oh gosh, what year was that? Maybe 2016, 2017, and there was maybe one or two locations in the city, and now there's so many places that you can go to experience Nuit Blanche. How do you go about picking the spots?
Well, first of all, I really appreciate all the support and participate from an artist and our sponsors and all the foundation that we have. So that's how we can spend our map, actually. So this year we do have the map on Broadway, River Landing, and 2nd Avenue downtown. That means it's quite straightforward, that you will just roaming from one point to another, see enough art for one night. This is a location that I found it's very essential, that near downtown and also near the river. To a person who's not originally born and raised in Saskatoon, I found this is such a journey that I came here, I see the view, and then I remember that day I walk along the river, I feel this is it. This is going to be my home. So I think the river landscape will be very important for Nuit Blanche, for people to be able to see the city, the landscape, and also the art.
Oh, I had no idea that this place held such meaning to you.
Totally, totally. And this is a very meaningful for this year. We have a topic based on that. I'll talk about that when you come to that question.
You can go for it now, Xiao. You go for it.
Sure. Yes, the river is most essential part in my experience that I choose to stay. I mean, of course, my family too. It is unique to see how the city plan the landscape around the river. And I am so proud because, as I said, I came here 2013. That time, River Landing probably just initial.
Yeah.
And 2017, River Landing just started, like become a location for people to tour in around, and then Remy Modern. So this is a place that I've seen it grows and I've seen it getting better and better in the past years. So I'd love to put some heart, some artist work here to highlight this location for sure.
May I ask, where is home originally?
I am originally born and raised in Wuhan, China.
Nice. Xiao, I was on the website this morning, and I've been love following your Instagram page too, because you've been kind of teasing all the different artists that are going to be showcasing their work. What is it like to have that many local artists want to participate in Nuit Blanche? What's that like for you?
I'm definitely honored. We do receive a huge amount of application this year. That I see many good projects that artists really want to be part of this year and part of this theme. I think I really looking forward each artist's visualization about how they react to living in between, react to the thing about my expectation based on connection, relationship, and the perspective for Nuit Blanche, Saskatoon.
Is there something unique, Xiao, about the fact that when you're working with art or you're displaying art at nighttime, what makes that so special as opposed to, either seeing it in the day or perhaps seeing it in a gallery? We're going to be outdoors on a Saturday night in Saskatoon. It's going to be dark. What makes that so unique?
Well, first of all, it is going to be public art. That means most of the artists will challenge themselves that putting their artwork in an environment that's you bear to the weather. You risk the raining, the wind, and also the unexpectation situation. So it's a great way to challenge and train artists to realize, oh yeah, art can be inside of the building, but also once you move it outside, there's so much thing to think about. And I'd like to help and also see the growth of how artists realize either the safety, where the power is, how do you run the courts, also how do you prevent the weather raining and to protect your gears. Also, the most exciting part as a visitor or a public person, you're walking around with public art is you actually lift the barrier in between the general crowd with a, let's say, high-end art, so that you don't feel or ask yourself the question that if this is for you. Of course it's for you because it's in the public. It's for the public.
Oh, that's a really good point, because I can remember sometimes I've gone into galleries and think, oh gosh, it's really fancy in here. I don't understand this at all. It's hard to make that connection, but you're right. We're out in the public. We're all just people enjoying art. That's really neat.
I don't know, since when the artist culture become that, the gallery culture become, you have to dress up nice, you have to be quiet, you have to walk in a normal way to be in a gallery. That I think it's also important to train people realize how to look at art. But for public art, it's less restriction, but more about interactive, more about participation, and also more about present, like being there.
If there is someone who has never been to Nuit Blanche before and they're like, oh, I've never been before, but maybe I should check it out. What would you say to them for those first time people that are a bit curious about it? What would you say to them to get them out on a Saturday night, even if it's raining, or I don't think it will snow, but what would you say to them?
Well, it's a festival. Imagine it's a festival for visual artists who move their art outside of their studio, outside of their classroom, outside of the gallery space. It is also a festival that we celebrate our space in the city, that we try to collaborate artists' artwork and the city landscape together to highlight our our urban landscape here.
The night of Nuit Blanche, what's that night going to look like for you? Like, are you everywhere? Are you trying to see everything?
I'm trying to be everywhere. Of course, I've talked to all the artists, all the participants, all the independent projects. I would love to see all of them. But the most challenging is we do have performance, which is time-based. Maybe I won't see the entire performance. That's the most pity part, I think. And I will be roaming. My job is roaming. So from one point to another, I'll find out if the artists are doing well, do they need help, any support that we can send over. But also I like to check the crowd, how public enjoying the night. Each year I notice 7 p.m. will be a start to getting some set, but still having brightness with the sun. If you do not mind, I would recommend start your night at 7 o'clock, because there's some art that's indoor or doesn't really mind that's with the lights. But if you're really keen for a night that's full of lights and the dark and the glowing art around you, then I would say after 8:30 can be a good time to come out.
Okay. And then there's something happening on the 19th, right? The Friday night?
Friday night is traditionally we call it Nuit Blanche Eve. So it's obviously it's the night before the Nuit Blanche, and it's originally focused on university students who are art student or student with art classes. We have Lisa Burke, the university professor who leads a few classes that's based on digital interactive practice. We will have Nuit Blanche Eve located at the Gather local market this time. That will be an interesting location that hosts a few students work there that give you experience with digital interactive like AR, like animation, and also interactive projects. This year about the eve, something new is that we extend the eve, so the eve will be 2 nights. So on the 19th will be 5 to 9 o'clock. Usually we will have a launch party there, but also we tend to keep it so that on the 20th when people wander around, if you have more leg energy, you can walk all the way together and experience the eve over there.
Wow, there's so much going on.
I know. It's you just like wear some comfortable shoes, warm jacket, and prepare lots of foot traffic. We do also have transportation this year. We have a golf cart this year. So the golf cart will be driving around on the map. So if you see one, feel free to ask them help you. I think it's mostly for accessibility assistance, but you will also say if you really can't make it to a location, ask them for help.
Yeah. This might be an unfair question for you, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Is there one thing that you are really excited to see on that night?
Let me think. But also I want you to ask me that question about the theme. Like it's really, somebody asked me the question about what's special this year, like other than the year before or something like that.
Okay.
But I'll ask you.
Okay.
What's special? The specific one. We adopt the model from that last year, so in informatic way, mostly are the same, like performance, installations, interactive work. But this year is the first year we have a theme. After many years, after 5 years, we start to have a theme again.
Tell me about the theme.
So our theme is called Living in Between. That's the phrase that I caught from one of my research during the pandemic that I realized during either thinking about philosophy, thinking about point of view, ideas, and how people react to each other's culture, language, and background. I realized all of us, some sort of the situation, we are living in between situations like two cultures, two places, or two mediums, like artists can have in between drawing and the sculpture, between digital and non-digital, in between the AI of the future, or in between the traditional art format like oil painting. So I used to struggle on it, but then I realized that, I accept the truth of we're all living in between, and why not? We should celebrate it. So that's the topic I ask artists to reflect on it, and most of them did their application that talking about this theme, and I realized, it's surprisingly more than I thought. More people have experience of living in between generation, between genders, between life status. So there are lots of work talking about culture this year. There are lots of work made by artists that also have the similar struggling that I have between defining where is home, defining who am I. So it's interesting that having this topic and expand it to a size that I don't even know those living in between moments exist, and I'm really excited to see the visualization of their experience.
Thank you so much for explaining the theme to me and for taking time this morning to speak with me. I'm so excited for Nuit Blanche. I think it's going to be amazing. But to hear the theme and to hear like how it's been something that you've been thinking about for a long time, it's going to add new meaning to the night. So, Xiao, it was very nice to meet you today. Thank you.
Thank you for talking to me. This is a great experience too.
Good luck on Saturday night, and I hope you get some sleep Saturday night into Sunday morning.
Oh, it's going to be sleepless, and I hope everybody enjoyed that.